I'm going to review the Olympus 4.0 from Ultra. Right, let's talk about this shoe and get into this review. So I'm going to split it into three sections. Going to talk about the build, the sort of technical spec of it. I'm then going to talk about the fit and also then talk about the ride and then really what my personal opinion is of the shoe. Firstly, when I saw this shoe, I really wanted to buy it. I really like the look of it. They've got the design bang on, I think. I went to my local shop, Trekking Outdoors in Sheer, and yeah, bought this shoe. I wore an Ultra a while back, did the Lakes in the Day, wasn't very impressed by it, but that was many years ago. It just didn't work out for me, so I thought I'd give this shoe a go again. It's a very different style of shoe. So just looking at the sort of upper section of it first of all, it's got a mesh, engineered mesh here, which is almost like a double layer, nice and thick, but it is breathable. You want it nice and thick. I always worry with shoes when you crease after a while, whether they crack or you know, you get holes here sometimes. So this shoe looks like they've got that covered on the design. It's got a nice kind of rubberized cover over the toe box, and then just walking around or going around the shoe, it's kind of plastic here. Yeah, really solid. They have this, it's called a gaiter trap, and it's a 4-point system. You have a little hook here to put your gaiter on, and the Velcro part of the back. I don't wear gaiters, so it's pretty pointless for me, but there we go. Good set of laces. Nice and thick, they're slightly ribbed. I have noticed when you lace them up, they come undone very quickly as well, so you've got to be quite quick when you do that. You've got the tongue inside here, which is slightly cushioned. It's quite thin, doesn't go up too far. And I've also noticed here they've got a cutout at this point here, which is a little concern for me to do with sort of, you know, how stable they are. So yeah, that's kind of going through the upper, and then looking at the midsole. This has a 33mm stack, and it's a EVA. If you want to know what EVA is, I looked it up. It's a really long word. It's ethylene vinyl acetate, and basically it's a firm foam, a lightweight foam, which gives you a bit of cushioning. You can see here. So you've got a bit of cushioning in there. I run quite flat-footed anyway, so it definitely, I'll talk about that in the fit, but you can feel that when you push down, there's quite a bit of cushioning there, so that's pretty good. So yeah, that's the sort of platform side of things. And then at the base, the outer sole, you've got this lug system, which is multi-directional, which apparently gives you a lot more grip. And then you've got the V-Bram. V-Brams are manufactured in Italy, northern Italy, and they make great soles. So the V-Bram goes all the way around, and then in here you've got this sort of midsole section as well. So that is the kind of build quality. It is solid. As I say, it's for long distance, ultra trails, technical stuff. The weight of it, interesting. So I weighed that in at 375 grams. On the website, it says 252. When I weighed this, 375. This is a size 10.5, so I'm not sure what the 250 gram size shoe is. So to be fair, I'm not quite sure the comparison, but that's a heavy shoe. And that is to be noted. So going on to the fit, this is a 10.5 shoe. I always wear 1.5 sizes larger than my standard shoe size, which is 9. I don't want my toes to hit the top edge. You should have a thumb width distance between your toes and the end of the shoe. That's really important. But what this shoe, the design of this shoe is all about is this toe box. Ultra is famous for that. They call it foot shape, and as you can see, it's very wide. You put your toes in, there's loads of room for your toes. I've got to say, when you put this shoe on, it is very comfortable. I really do think it is. When the heel goes right into the back, you can see there's kind of a bit of a curve here, so your kind of heel gets quite locked in, and that is excellent. I think that's really, really good. The tongue is slightly cushioned, and when I've been wearing these, I definitely feel there's no kind of rubbing. Sometimes you buy shoes and they have like a bit of an issue going on there, and after a while you get a bit of a rub going on. I've had no issue with that at all. They are a very comfortable shoe. So initially when you put them on, that's without running in them, they feel really good. Let's talk about the ride now. I went out today 15k. I've done about 50-60 miles in these, and they're a really good shoe. They're very different to what I'm used to. I'm used to running in Hokas, so this is definitely a different sort of style shoe. It's a zero drop shoe. There's no heel raise at all, and you really, really notice that, especially when you go out. The first couple of weeks I had quite sore calf muscles. I wasn't sure whether that was to do with the workouts I was doing or whether it's to do with the shoe, but that's sort of dissipated now, so my calves aren't hurting at all. But I have noticed when you're going downhill, they're very different. Your heel seems to want to go further down, so well, it would do, wouldn't it? Anyway, the toe box, as you know, is very wide, and your toes in there have loads of space. Really, really comfortable. Really like that. The heel's very well locked in. I had a slight issue on the, it says it's a stable shoe, but I again was a bit concerned about this kind of cutout here. I've twisted my ankle very lightly a couple of times, but to be fair, I've done that on new shoes previously anyway, not just these. I don't think they're very nimble. I like a fast shoe, and pro runners, I don't know what pro runners run in these because they are quite heavy. And I do feel that I shouldn't really say it, but they almost, because of the width of the toe box, they feel quite like a paddle. I'm not sure how to put that without dissing them too much. But for me, they are definitely, when you land, you land harder. And I'd like to have more of a lighter kind of feel when I'm out on the trails. One thing what is really good about it is the grip. They do sell them as a mega grip, and I'm really, really impressed by that. There's parts where you run through ruts, muddy ruts, and sometimes your foot will slip in, but wearing these they haven't. I've taken them over tree roots. I haven't found any big rocks yet. I did find one earlier today, but it's not really going to help me do anything with that. But the grip is very, very good on these, so that's something to note. So what I think finally about this shoe, you've got to love your shoe, haven't you? All your shoes, they're so important. You're on 20 to 30 hours. They've got to be good. I know you can switch your shoes around when you do certain races, but you've got to love your shoe, and I'm not sure whether I'm going to love this shoe or not. I'm going to give it a bit more time. I've only run 50-60 miles in it, so it's early days, but this is a £150 shoe. It's an expensive shoe, as they are now, top range, but you are getting your money's worth. I think it's excellent, especially with the grip and the sole. Very, very comfortable. Your toes will love you buying this shoe for sure. The zero drop, not sure about, but work on that. But as I said, the comfort is excellent. So, you know, I don't know what you think. Please leave some comments below. Like to hear your feelings. If you've bought these shoes, how you're getting on with them, whether you rate them, whether you hate them, who knows. But I'll put a link in the description as well if you want to purchase them, because obviously that will help the channel. And please subscribe. I'm going to post some more videos about shoes as I go along. But thank you very much if you got to the end of the video to watch this. Hopefully you're training well. Obviously we're not racing at the moment because of lockdown, or some of you are. And keep repeating it. We'll all get better at it.